Rob Moorcroft is one of 10 professional fishing licence holders on the Gippsland Lakes, and he's been doing this just about every day for the past 23 years. Rob used to work for Vic Roads, and his father was a pro golfer, but he grew up around here and as a child collected crabs on Eastern Beach. When he decided to take up fishing full-time, he was obliged to buy 2 licences and consolidate them into one. The number of commercial licences on the lakes has shrunk from 98 to 10 in the past 100 years. But it was a career move he has never regretted.
You know, it's everyone's dream. You go and do what you grow up, what you're doing as a kid growing up, you extend into your adult life and go and catch fish. It's fantastic. We get a lot of wind in these Gippsland, and wind's the real problem for a commercial fisherman, particularly when we've got to work by hand hauling mesh nets. So you've got to be very mindful of the wind. If it's blowing 25 knots and you've got to haul a boat and pull the nets and get the fish out, it's quite difficult. So you learn to not work when it's windy, or work in a particular way so that the wind assists you. You've certainly got to understand the weather, the way the lakes react in that weather. Your experience is important in not getting caught with too much net or in a dangerous situation when the lakes can blow up rough, because they can blow up quite rough. But that doesn't happen all the time, and many in the morning it's beautiful and calm and just delightful out in the lakes, and they're the real special days.
The lake's commercial fishermen cop some flack from recreational fishers who see them as a threat. But Rob values the lake's resources as much as anyone. It's his livelihood after all. He's more than happy to share the lake's bounty and his knowledge with anyone who cares to ask.
Most anglers, if they approach us, can find out a lot about where to catch fish and how to catch fish. We can direct them to where fish are. We're quite happy to share the fish in the lakes. We're not out to catch every fish in the lakes. We can tell them what lines to use, what equipment and gear, and improve their catches.
Now, you might think that anyone who spends this much time on the lakes must get tired of it. In some respects, you'd be right, but in others, quite wrong.
Having grown up on the lakes, I enjoy what they provide, both in entertainment and in food. You can have a great night out prawling with a dip net, water skiing on the lakes, wakeboarding, surf fishing. There's a whole range of activities you can do on the lakes that are just fantastic, and it's an enjoyable place to be. It's a great place to work. You look at a day like today, it's just magnificent, and I enjoy that, but you must also take a break from your loves. No, the last thing I do on my day off is go out in the boat. My wife wants to go out in the boat on the weekends, and I resist it as much as I can. I'd much rather go cycling or trout fishing in the mountains.
But make no mistake, Rob is very much a part of the lakes. You only have to ask him about the wildlife here to see what it means to him.
Well, I particularly like the sea eagles. Apart from the sea eagles, the Gippsland Lakes has quite an extensive pelican rookery, which has only come about in the last 10 years because of fox-off baiting programs that have occurred around the Little Tern rookery. When white man came to this country, we introduced foxes, which became the main predator. So small islands like those around Ocean Grange, which could have been an excellent breeding area for these birds, were not productive until the foxes were removed. Since they've been removed, the swans nest there, other birds, oyster catchers, little terns, pelicans, all nest on those islands. And I think it's about time we replenish them. There's always something interesting and different around every little corner. So it's just a great place to go out on, and particularly a great place to work on. Each individual has a specific ability, and if you find it, you enjoy your work, and I've certainly found mine.